like to see, Nate. These are remember this guy.
What up? What up? I have been banned. Me and Coach Tommy last night was extra. I'm actually surprised we got we What up? Hold on, let me cut this off, guys. I'm actually surprised we got. Hold on. I have been banned. Oh wow. I'm actually surprised we got away with what we got away with. Let me just say that. What up? What up, him and hers? Was good. We're gonna get people in here. Yeah, it's gonna be a little show, a little live. I'm gonna treat it like a live, not an episode. I gotta clean up my whole YouTube so I can get monetized off it, which is gonna be hard. So I'm deleting all old videos except for the podcast. But I'm at 7.14 followers. We're getting my following is growing on YouTube, which is awesome. Hopefully, I'll be able to migrate off TikTok and be full time on YouTube because honestly, TikTok is dead. You can't talk about nothing. You can't mention anything. But I want to make this video as reference for people, and I got a couple files that I'm going to show you guys. But talking to Coach Tommy last night, I can't wait to get him on here when we're in chairs with mics and we're like this, and you know what I mean, and we're talking, and we're not gonna do a live. We are not. Without Marlon Miller, we're not gonna treat it like a live, because it has to be pre-recorded and edited, because sometimes Coach Tommy he rants, and when he rants, he forgets. Like he already speaks as if he has to be censored. But there's times where he only looks at the censorship from his agency perspective and doesn't look at the censorship from TikTok's perspective. You know what I mean? No matter how true he's saying and how free the information is, you know, that he's not giving up or telling anything that's secret that would get him in a legal action, he still thinks he can say what he can say, but not understanding it's a privatized corporation that they can censor whatever they want. It's their rules. Freedom of speech is not a right that you have when it's under the guidelines of a privatized corporation. So, corporate America runs America, not your Constitution. And I have to even be careful saying that, because that will be deemed harmful content, and I don't want to get kicked. But it's the truth. You know what I mean? We all know it, and we all accept it. Let's be real. A lot of people don't want to hear that perspective of it, but when you accept the score that starts with a social, and that's when we got kicked off. As soon as we got into talking about something with a social and a credit, they booted us. We were treading a line. We were talking about a lot of things like trafficking. We were talking about a lot of things like the Constitution. We were talking about a lot of things, military ops specs, things that he contracted to do even from a spiritual sense. And we defined that how corporate America has everybody thinking that, even the religious people, corporate America has everyone thinking that they are doing the right thing, when in all actuality, we are Satanists. I have a video to show you that will back up that claim. And you can look up this information freely through their website, of which I'll show you. I don't know the name of it, but it's a Satanist, the Church of Satan. And you're going to hear these guidelines. And I'm going to break it down. Also, I'm going to break down a Rick and Morty video that a lot of y'all, it's going to make a lot of sense. This Saturn sun god worship, these Metatron cubes in all our emblems, 666 in all our emblems, a lot of things I'm about to show you guys in a live format. And some people will still ignore the truth, ignore the facts, ignore them, and decide to worship a force that's outside themselves, which is purely satanic. Yes, when you praise Jesus as your Lord and Savior, which Lord means bow, but I'm not here for that. It is a Satanist mechanism, and you don't know it. We live in an upside down world. And I just want you guys to, for the ones that are awake, this is just confirmation you are on the right path. I mean, your discernment will speak to you. Absolutely. And please know, anything you believe will control you, and you will project into your reality. Absolutely. Some of us aren't even broadcasting at all because of the calcification of their pineal gland. And you have to wonder, what are the intentions on why they even put fluoride in our water? What's that purpose? So you don't broadcast. That is the sole intention of you decalcifying your pineal gland. The sole intention. Why calcify it? Because they know what you are, but you don't. Think about that. What if I told you guys your life as an agency that Coach Tommy works for deems us as containers from a religious perspective? A foil this thick deems us containers, which a lot of y'all know this. What are we containers for? Energy. What are we providing energy for? And I'm going to start this video with a Rick and Morty episode, and I want you to listen. Viewer discretion is advised. This might trigger you because a light bulb might go off. Everything that you've been seeking from a, conspiratorially minded perspective, this will probably confirm a lot of y'all. Rick and Morty is disclosure, man. And there's a reason why it's on a show, Adult Swim. If you ever watched Adult Swim while being under the influence of psychedelics, there is a language that is being spoken to you guys. Every time me and Cliff, man, we mess around, Adult Swim. Adult Swim. And it's embedded in Family Guy. It's embedded in American Dad. It's embedded in Rick and Morty. It's embedded in the commercials. It's embedded in the imagery they show you. Like, bro, whoever, like, the cuts in between shows and the commercials, bro, whoever created Adult Swim. Listen, I'm tripping next week. This weekend, I'm tripping. I want to do a podcast, but I can't articulate myself. But let me first show you this episode, and then we can talk. And some of y'all saw this last night. For the ones that didn't, I'm just putting it out there so it can be on my page, recordable. You guys, viewer discretion is advised. This is a perspective from a cartoon, and yeah, let's see what it says.
Animated TV show Rick and Morty. A mad scientist named Rick decided to invent a machine to serve him butter. When the machine became sentient and realized that its entire sole purpose was to serve butter, it went into a depressive state. This is a good way to understand that Gnostic cruelty of physical existence. Rick's battery on his car, or fucking something like that. I'm gonna get the details of this episode wrong, but it's the gist. The battery on his car quit working, so he had to shrink himself down into a macrocosmic level to go into the battery. There was an entire civilization of living physical entities whose efforts and energy is actually what powered Rick's car. Rick pleaded with Morty and said, do not tell these people that their sole purpose is to power my car. It would create chaos. The living entities, the conscious beings within this reality, wouldn't be able to handle the brutal reality of their existence being for the sole purpose to power some dirtbag's fucking car. It would cause mass suicide. When Rick goes down there as an avatar, he's considered a god. This is obviously funny and humorous to watch for us because we know that that's a TV show and we don't have to worry about that. We live in objective reality, right? There's no way that we are a power source for an evil entity.
Huh? We're containers, right? What are we powering? What are we powering? It's a great question. The entire existence or the fabric of reality is one thing we are powering. Absolutely, absolutely, 1000%. But it's bigger than that. And then that's why we get into the evidence, the statistics of trafficking, and why they go after children. Why is there so much constant focus on social issues? Because it's a distraction. Yeah, you guys know this. It's a distraction, 1000% distraction. What are you being distracted from? A lot of people talk about that. Why do you think they're distracting? When you guys wake up, right, and you go searching down all the rabbit holes, right? Have you ever asked yourself, what's the intentions of these distractions? Ask yourself this. This is part of the awakening process. You got to sit down. If you're not a person that sits down, right, and questions, hey, what's life? Why am I here? Is it really to work? That is a great question to start off and then branch, because you're never going to get the answer. No, let me recant that. You will get the answer to that. It just won't be the answer you're expecting. And let me tell you, have I gotten that answer yet? I've gotten forms of it. And I don't feel like I'm at a point of complete resolution to it. You know what I mean? Hence why I do what I do. Like I say, I'm a student posing to be a teacher. I am. And I know there's a lot of like-minded people out there that have this unresolved purpose on why we're here, we'll say. And yeah, that's wild. That's wild, JP. Wild. And look around. Look at the landscape. You know what I mean? We are being distracted because why? Are we being harvested? Why are we containers deemed from the CIA? Why is Tucker Carlson afraid to look into aliens further? And it's not so much aliens or demons, which are same thing, interdimensional, spiritual element. If y'all heard him speak on it on the Sean Ryan podcast, he stopped seeking when it came to that because of the disturbing element that there was a spiritual aspect to this. And look where they attack us. Rome was not destroyed. It turned into a church. It turned into a Vatican. And I hate to say this. This is something that you're going to have to find out. And I know your dogma will stop you from even listening because you're MK'd and you don't know it. You're not thinking your own thoughts. Your biases were given to you and you don't know it. And that's when you have to start talking to yourself. You're not crazy. The smartest minds in our universe were people that talk to themselves. They work things out. They're honest. And even in recovery, they tell you to give you a fearless moral inventory of yourself. How can you give yourself a fearless and moral inventory if you're not talking it out, speaking it? Call a spade a spade. A lot of people don't like what they look like when they look in themselves. They don't. And you know what? I don't have that problem today because who I am is not my appearance, but my character. You know, I saw a video talking about I wasn't a chump. I wasn't scared to go to prison. I wasn't scared. You know, I wasn't afraid. I held it down in prison, in jail, in this prison. So why am I scared to stand up for the right thing? Why am I going to be a chump for putting myself out there trying to wake people up? Why am I going to be a chump for standing for children that are missing when our own government won't? Why am I going to be a chump for trying to unite the people? Why am I going to be that way? So I decided to stand on who I am, make content, wake people up, change this reality. That's something to think about, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people are chumps because they care about outside perspective, external perspective, and you're a Satanist. Straight up. Dog eat dog world. You're a Satanist. Money's your God, you're a Satanist. When you spend the majority of your day going to work, you're a Satanist. That's your God. You don't know it. I don't care if you go to church. I don't care if you proclaim and believe Jesus is Lord and he's done all this. You are a Satanist. You don't know it. I was a Satanist. I didn't know it. I did not know it. And I had to be real about that. None of us do. None of us knew it, man. And I'm going to show you something that comes from their website. You will not be able to deny what I'm going to say in a second. And you're going to look at yourself and make this clear. Everything that I say is always to empower you. All right? Yeah, we might like to dive down to conspiracies. Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Because my purpose is provoke thought. That's the reason why I make content, to provoke people's thoughts. You know, not to change them, not to them think like me. No, I want them to think like themselves. I do not want you to think like I think. Please never get that twisted. I want you to think how you think. I want you to live how you want to live, not how someone else's idea of what life should be and how you should live. No. I want you freedom. And the way you get free first is spiritually. Believe that. If you're not free spiritually and you're living another thing that was taught to you, I'm sorry, but you are not free. You're not. You're under chains and bondage because you are living someone else's ideology. You're not living the Creator's. You have life, not to serve. But we're all serving in here like a Satanist. We're serving somebody. You're not serving yourself. Something to think about. There's a lot of awakened people that aren't thinking like we're thinking. Let's be real. They're not. And we are infiltrated. And you call them backsliders? No, I call them they're just on their journey. There's no such thing as backsliding. All right? Revelation happens in its own time. It always does. No one's better than the other person. They just haven't got there yet. And if I can help them evolve themselves to become a better version of themselves, not to become a better version of me, not to become a better version of society. No, to become a better version of themselves. And to look inside to get their answers from there, because let me tell you, that sounds so cliche. You look inside, huh? What does that mean? Talk to yourself. I swear it'll come to you. Y'all call them downloads. Y'all call them universal winks. Call them divine intervention. However you want to label it, please understand it's you. It's always been you. But they don't want you to know that. They want to constantly drain you of your energy. Constantly. They're feeding off you. Literally, what do you think the Terminator was about? What do you think the Matrix was about? What do you think any movie you see about vampires? They feed off us, right? We power these interdimensional beings, whether you believe it or not. I'm trying to tell you something, bro. Yes, I like that. Start journaling. The power in writing things down. The power in speaking. Start speaking positive of who you are. I am somebody. You understand? You guys might hear me push about money being evil and a capitalistic mindset is satanic. Yes. And then you guys see me push crypto, right? Right? But have y'all ever heard me say, I want to be rich, or do I want to be financially free to get out the system? There's a difference. There's a big difference. And if you see, right? You see. If you actually see, why the hell would you not try to get out so you could be alone by yourself? Why would you not? You think you guys follow me for coincidental reasons? You think I got celebrities trying to expose me on TikTok as a trend, and it's because I'm lying to you? When I heard that, if you was on live last night, I can't wait. I will come out and tell you who the celebrity is once I talk to the man in person. He won't tell me over the phone. Something funny. He will not talk to me online. Nothing that's recordable he will tell me. But he said he's seen it, his face, literally. And then on the TikTok algorithm, bro, there is a toxic but true reality exposed as an already embedded hashtag with no posts. You guys know how hashtags work, right? For it to be embedded, that means someone posted it about it. How the hell you got a toxic but true reality exposed hashtag without a post on there? That's amazing. That should tell you something. Maybe y'all should listen to some of the things I say. If I'm pissing celebrities off, that should tell you something. And if you know anything about highly weird, what are they? Satanists. Do you think the world wants you guys to know what I know? And let me tell you, I know things. I know I have a nice depth when it comes to knowledge. You know what I mean? But I don't know it all. I'm in my field of provoked thought. The Book of Johnson, he's more from an esoteric perspective. He knows way more than me. Way more than me. There's people that know a lot more than me, but I know a lot more about intuition, discernment, and provoking thought. I have a communication with people where I trigger them. I'm relatable. And that's the only reason I'm relatable is because of my testimony. That is it. Not because of how I look, not because of how much money I got, not because of my knowledge or wisdom, only because they see themselves in me. Because we're all one, man. Whether you know it or not. So let's go over this Satanist video real quick. And I want y'all to listen to understand, not to respond. And I will break some things out because you will hear him say, worshiping yourself as God. But do not misinterpret that. He aims it towards an external force. That means you idolize yourself. You're in vanity. That's what that means. I'm the best shit in the world. No, not to be a service to fucking become. Sorry for saying. Damn, I guess I'm saying for it. To be a billionaire to makes a homeless person, right? There's no billionaires if there's no homeless people. So you more care about yourself over your neighbor. That's what he means by worshiping himself, being your own God. And he explains it from an external force. So listen, really listen, and do not misconstrue what he's saying. Because everything this man says right now is 1,000% facts.
Hello, everyone. We are going to look at a website called churchofsatan.com. We are going to go to their FAQs, fundamental beliefs, and we are going to look at why Satanists worship the devil. Now, before we get into this, let me tell you why this is important. I truly believe that the entire earth, not just America, the entire earth is being controlled by a small group of people who do not have our best interests at heart. And I truly believe that these people are Satanists. These people know you more than you know yourself. These people study human psychology, human behavior, human nature. These people study the earth and how nature works. These people have been studying these topics, have been controlling the earth for as long as you can even imagine.
Just know, as soon as he's done showing you a video, I'm going to.
And they are still
cut it
in
off
control.
He goes to ranting. You'll see. You'll understand.
And through this knowledge that they seek and implement, they gave us their beliefs. Now we unknowingly are worshiping and practicing the religion of Satanism. You see, these people believe that evil is good and good is evil. Let me say that again. They believe that being evil is a good thing and being good is a bad thing. So these people pervert everything. Everything they do is backwards. So they have given us the same ideology through manipulation and the control tactics that they have been studying for thousands of years. So now that you know why I'm about to show you from their own website, from their own mouths, why people of churchofsatan.com, why Satanists worship the devil, you will not be confused. Let's get into it now. So as you can see, this is their website, churchofsatan.com. Guys, this is not a scam. This is not AI generated. This is on the internet. It's not hidden. This is public information. They are not hiding who they are. Why do Satanists worship the devil? They say, we do not. Satanists are atheists. We see the universe as being indifferent to us. And so all morals and values are subjective human constructions. Our position is to be self-centered, with ourselves being the most important person, the God of our subjective universe. So we are sometimes said to be worshipers of ourselves. Our current high priest, Gilmore, calls this step moving from being an atheist to an atheist. Satan is a symbol of pride, liberty, and individualism. Excuse me, this is not edited. And it serves as an external metaphorical projection of our highest personal potential. We do not believe in Satan as a being or person. So when you look at the world today, when you look at yourself today, when you can honestly walk to the mirror and look yourself in the face, are you living as a Satanist? I'm not talking about what is coming out of your mouth. How do you live?
That's all I need. It stems from individualism, right? And external forces. You are a Satanist. Now, that's not us. You must say, oh, you proclaim yourself the law to be God and all this stuff. We don't worship ourselves. No, we believe we're all one. We're not individualists. That's the thing. There's a clear-cut difference, and we're not external. We're internal. But they don't want you to believe. They don't want you to be that. They want you to worry about these three-dimensional objects. They want you to chase physical. Again, external devices. There's a huge difference. If y'all listen and replay it, you can also, if you guys want to know who this guy is, it's Ben Lato. It's Ben, as in Bin Laden, and Lato. And hence his name was said literally on the TikTok. You always see the little TikTok with the @ that's his name. It's Ben Lato. I wrote it in the chat. Yeah. Right to your face. Again, billionaires are what? Satanists. Big facts. Big facts. The love of material possessions. What do you think religion is? They'll tell you not to in the religions, but they got you on external forces. Literally, they got you praying, asking for what you can do. I showed a video on my TikTok where Jesus even taught this stuff that I'm saying. But y'all think it's Jesus because it's misdirected. Why? Again, I say this all the time. Why you think in history, you never change the names of things, but you'll change it or evolve the story, right? You'll always do that. But why did they change the name of Yeshua to Jesus Christ? So y'all don't know what Christ is. Y'all hear me say this all the time. We're all Christs, you know? And to be an antichrist is literally to be against yourself, to be against the one, the source. We're all him. I don't worship me. I don't worship anything. I do not worship this reality. I do not worship things. When you start looking around and what they flash into us as a consumer, what consume? Who's being consumed here? Is it us or is it the things we take or partake in? It's a good question. Break it down. Ask yourself. Jesus healed a recant that. The Roman soldier healed his son through the belief of what he believed a man can do. And Jesus even said, your son is healed because of your belief. Not because I healed him. I didn't heal him. Your belief did. What you broadcast. If you ask a mountain to move, it shall move. What do you think they're saying? That's why I always try to disprove religion. You know, if you ask anything in Jesus' name, it shall be done. And people, I try to make that to blatant, straight terms. Hey, Jesus, close that door. First of all, who is Jesus? Telling you the Christ closed that door. You can close that door. And then you start hearing us talk about powers. How? Think about it. Put it together. Put it together, people. Put it together. Telepathy, right? All that stuff. We're supposed to come into our power, right? You know why? Because your belief on who you are and what you are shall manifest. This is facts. And they have to tell us. Why you think that the CIA has written these documents about us living in a holographic light matrix? They've written these documents out there. The information is all put out there. And you know what they also given us? Hollywood. You know what else they have given us? Churches. Yeah. Don't you think it's funny there's all these different denominations of Christian churches? And they all battle each other? But wait, we all follow Jesus. Why is there so many different sections, cults? And then they make other religions that all stem from the same Abrahamic one. one that's Judaism, one that's Islam, but they all have their own Antichrist story, which is the same Antichrist story. They all have their same Messiah, which is the same damn Messiah. And they're all pointing to another person, telling them their reality. Isn't that weird? You think that's a coincidence? Oh, because they're all adhering to different people, right? You don't think that's weird? Even the holiest of holy people, right? Which they're lying, they're imaging, they're projecting to others all through the basis of what those people think about them. So that's why you see the Holy Ghost stamper. It's all acting. It's a great performance. I was a Christian for about 12, 13 years, and I can tell you straight to your face without a hint of malice, I was faking it. Everybody awakened who was in religion. I seen God come across my life. How? You mean you came into your life? God got me off drugs. How? No, you got you off drugs. It's always been you. Always. Now, that is not individualism for giving yourself props for you doing a good deed that bettered your life. No. No. But when you care more about things, I got to have the nicest shoes. I got to have that. What are y'all stunting for? They got men trying to shine for other men, and they got women in competition with other women. You know why women wear makeup? Why? Why do women dress nice and provocative? Because they're in competition with other women. It had nothing to do with you men. And men, why do men want to get all the cars? Why men? Because they want to flaunt to their boys. And to pick up chicks, because we're sexually driven, and that's how we are instinctually. Things, man. They get us with these things. And then we are attacked. We are experimented on. We are with our food, with our water. All these have intentions of what? Dumbing us down, keeping our vibration low. They even gotten to the point where they mess with our DNA. Allegedly. Allegedly. But do your own research on that. And then they whitewash history. Why do they do that? Why do they do that? What are the intentions behind that? Why they always go after certain race of people, even though there's no race? I'm just saying, I'm speaking for the terms of this situation. But why? Why do they go after that specific people? We all derive from that specific people, whether you know it or not. And why do they go after children? What are we? That, my friend, is the question. Instead of finding out what the purpose of life, I've realized that question has evolved for me. I don't know about y'all. That question has evolved to, what the hell am I? And why is it so important that we stay? Why is it important? What are they doing? Oh, they're sucking our energy. All right, but why? What are we powering? This is a good question. Am I the only one that thinks that? I can't be. They will always reveal themselves on their true intentions if you have the eye to see. Especially with religion. I have a question. Have you guys known anything ever in your life to be holy that drinks blood? Is there anything out there that the partaking of drinking blood is associated with purity? Huh? Holiness. That word is a fallacy all in its together. Drinking of blood and partaking of the body. And we just want to gloss over that. It's in your face. There's so many clues that the reality has given you the answer. You instinctually, the whole seeking if there's a God or there isn't a God. That's like saying if there is a you or there isn't a you. If God don't exist, you don't exist. God can only give birth to God. But they called you something else. Human. Sinner. That's what you are. You're not a God. No. They want you to think a negative connotation on you. They want you to have a negative perspective on you. Why is that? Oh, because it's a vibrational thing. You guys know symbolism matters, right? So it's wine too. Ew. Now, again, that's symbolism. Look at all our emblems. 66666 everywhere. Right? Look at all these runes. Look at the pine cone, all these Egyptian hieroglyphics. They're all symbolism. Look at the eye. It's all symbolism. What is this? We live in a holographic light matrix. And I've shown videos on that. I have a video breaking that down. Where these two lasers that were interjecting, they were able to see code. Zeros and ones. And to a lot of awakened people, and I'm not talking about when you stare at your cell phone every day. I'm talking about you guys see these numbers and different things. The matrix is trying to talk to y'all. That's what's happening. It's reconfirming that this shit is fake. So why do they want you to love it? When you die, guys, they want you to go into the light. Y'all gonna, this know what's gonna happen when y'all go into that light or y'all die? This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you exactly what is gonna happen with the day you die. This is what's gonna happen when you die. Ready? This is what's gonna happen. Well, that was fun. You're gonna take the headset off. A lot of you are gonna come right back. Plug in. You're gonna plug in. Why do you think Neuralink's a thing now? They're trying to keep you trapped. They're trying to stop the reincarnation cycle. Yes, that's what the whole mark of the beast is. There is no hell, but they're trying to now trap you into it. We're in a soul trap as it is because of our belief. Our belief. Waking up is escaping this. There's levels to this shit. And I think there's even a fallacy to the dimensions. I believe that's another layer or psyop of control. That's where I've gotten to. You know what I mean? Religion made me become a better person. Spirituality made me see more. I believe I'm above spirituality now, and I'm to the point of just existing. Understanding my existence. These are all steps, levels. You think this thing gets capped? It's a good question. Everything you know in this life is to be a lie. You don't even know who you are. Why is that? And I can't give you answers to none of this because you have to ask yourself. That's why I said the intentions. I don't even care if you agree with me. I have a lot of Christians that follow me. And I talk to, like Jacob. Jacob has my number. I know what he believes. You know what I mean? And I love him still because our differences do not define us. They don't. I like to have different perspectives around me. I really do. But I can tell I'm getting to them. They're starting to question. They're starting to see the level of psyops, if you want to call it. The level of lies. The level of sleight of hands. You know what I mean? Let me fix this, guys. This went down. Sorry. The level of sleight of hands. You know what I mean? People are seeing it. They're seeing it. It's diabolical. Well, I just want to mess up now. No, look, it's the Matrix trying to attack me. I believe, bro. You know, but I gotta be closer this way. There it is. There it is. Because the next video comes out here. But yeah, we are all one, man. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. And who can you affect while you're here? Because let me tell you, you guys being a service is like you helping yourself. There's no reason someone has a house for 32 rooms, like Tupac said, when one person doesn't have no rooms. Why is it set that way? And that's not satanic. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna repost this video so you can see it on my reposts on my Talks About True Reality. And I want y'all to go listen to that video in full. It's a good video. But when everything's a lie, even the food we eat is a lie. You're not supposed to be eating any of this shit but fruit. Fruit. That's it. You know what? Matter of fact, hold on. Speaking of which,
I think
food is Satan's secret weapon. My skin is smooth as ever. Y'all want y'all skin like that, bro. That's what it is. They want abs like that, no bleach like that, biceps like that, wings like that. No deodorant, no lotion, no caffeine. no water, no meat, no steroids, no TRT, nothing that a man made in the lab, no amino acids. What I'll be forgetting? No eggs. That's right. No eggs. No Eddie Abu eggs. None of that. That's right. No red meat. No chicken. No turkey. No fish. No lamb. What do you eat, Kali? What do you eat? Yesterday I had watermelon, cucumber, and some portobello mushrooms, about 4 dates, some pumpkin seeds, and watermelon juice. And that's it. And guess what? I've been doing that for a year now, and I'm holding 180. They lying to y'all to kill you. They lied to you to kill you. Food is Satan's secret weapon. Food is Satan's secret weapon.
That's it. How many of y'all believe that?
Food
How
is
many of y'all
Satan's
believe that?
secret weapon.
Food, Satan weapon, secret
Food
weapon.
is Satan's secret weapon.
How many of y'all believe that? How many of y'all believe that? How many of y'all believe food is Satan's secret weapon? Huh? How many of y'all believe that? What are we eating? Let me look at this soda can real quick. Even though I'm ingesting it, let's talk about some shit real quick. There's some real shit. And fruit, bro. Is there any citric acid? Yeah, there is what I'm talking about. This is a bad example. Sodium citrate? Is there any sodium benzoate? Huh? Is there any of that type of stuff? What the hell? What is that? Food is Satan's. That man's diet is fruit. Why do religions fast? It's a breadcrumb. Facts. Great afternoon to everyone. Happy Tuesday, Dre. Peace to the gods. Checking the show. Some love, but can't stay. Hey, listen, you can watch it later. There's a lot of good information in here so far. This is one of them ones I'm putting out there. I can't wait for Coach Tommy. But food, everything you know is a lie, basically. What we eat, we're poisoning ourselves. Put it this way. Why do you think us awakened people are all addicts? Who's an addict in here? Please in the comment and chat. Who's an addict in here? Right, type 1 if you're an addict. And I mean we're all addicts in a sort, but if you're an addict from messing with CDSs, please type 1 in the chat. You know what I mean? Stand in your power of what you've overcome. Tell me if you partake in those types of things to escape your reality, because this is not fun. And how many of y'all went through trauma in here? Type 1 if you went through trauma and was an addict. And I'm not talking about, you got beat, you got a lot of whoopings. That's not trauma. No, I'm talking about being shot out as a kid, being touched as a kid. You know what I mean? Going from foster home to foster home, trafficked, whatever. Was in CPS, huh? Saw gang violence. What? How many of y'all went through that? How many? And why you think you waking up and went to drugs was a coincidence? All awakened are ex-drug addicts. The majority. And I think there's something to that. Why are the most spiritual people broken? Why did Jesus go after everyone? He didn't go hang out with church folks. Jesus was a teacher going against the church. What am I? Am I not that same thing when they say to be Christian, Christ-like? I think I'm exactly following Christ's shoes. He gave us the blueprint. This is why I reference the Bible, but I will not push the dogma. It's a code book. And it is pushed and misread and misinterpreted and taken too damn literal. Like even the Adam and Eve story. How can you get mad at Eve biting the fruit when she didn't know the difference between right and wrong? Oh, well, God told her. Well, sure, but the snake told her too. Right? She didn't know the difference. She didn't have the wisdom. They were trying to keep the wisdom from Adam and Eve. And since they had the acknowledgement of who they are, they got kicked out. Ain't that interesting? Ain't that some shit? Ain't that crazy? They had a realization of who they were. Oh shit, they knew they was naked. Oh, you gotta go. Damn, it sounded like they wanted you to be a slave from day one. But he says he created you to choose him. But when you are able to make that choice, they boot you out the garden? There's a fallacy with that story. Come on, man. Listen, we're not kids no more, guys. Let's grow up. Let's grow up. Let's start realizing that the majority of the things we believe aren't our beliefs. Now I'm standing in my beliefs, but let's look about how we grew up. Even the social issues with abortion, racism, a lot of that is taught. You were taught evil. You have to learn evil. It's not who you are instinctually. You learn it. That's interesting. You learn it. So is it yours? Is it yours? Is it yours innately? Are you thinking your own thoughts? And I'm not even talking about voice-to-skull technology. I'm not even talking about 5G towers. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about fundamental moral fiber. Are you guys thinking your own thoughts? Huh? It's a good question. Y'all need to start having conversations with yourselves. Y'all need to start talking to yourselves, man. You know, when I trip, I want to get in a room by myself. There's a period of time where I'm peaking. I don't want to be around no one. Because where my mind's at, I'm peeling back layers. You know, I'm discovering hard truths. I'm purging myself. That's why after that time, your essence is so drained, you're tired the next day. It has nothing to do with sleep. The veil is gone, and it's sensory overload. And then you need time to process. I can't wait to try. I love it. There's a spiritual component to it. I wish I could do some ayahuasca and all that stuff. There's a reason why Aaron Rodgers does it. Is Aaron Rodgers a junkie? No, but that word, that labeling drugs has a broad spectrum. That shit is not a drug. I'm sorry. That stuff could have literally been the birth of civilization, whether you know it or not. First was the Word, and the Word was God. Vibration, man. Why are they teaching you against your vibration? Why don't y'all trust y'all vibration? Y'all know when y'all have goosebumps? Yeah, you know what that is? A lot of y'all do. Is that a rise in vibration? Is that a rise in your kundalini? Some people can do it on command. I don't. I like this. I don't want to learn how to do it. No, don't. But I'm going to tell you what I've been trying to practice, though. You guys know when you guys are tired and falling asleep? Every night, I'm trying to stay conscious while I'm asleep. Like, you know when you're falling asleep? Try this, guys. I want to see what type of effects you have. We'll bring this up. You know when you're about to sleep and you fall asleep, you wake up, you come back? Try to stay conscious. Try to stay aware. Try it. I've been trying every night. Every night. Be calm. Maintain your breath. Pay attention to how you breathe. Look up breathing techniques. And try, when you're going under, to stay conscious and aware. You guys might break out of something. Listen to what I'm saying here. Instead of just going down with the senses, which you're programmed to do, try to stay conscious. It's going to take some time. I just started this like 2-3 days ago. And I'm going to tell y'all my results. And I can't wait to make a video on it when I'm able to do it. Listen to what I'm saying. Every night, practice, train the mind. You might find something, guys. I've astral projected because of a drug-induced method. Run. And when I looked at myself outside my body, it scared the shit out of me. And I screamed to wake up. Because it's weird, bro. And I didn't even know that's what I was doing. I didn't even know. I didn't mean to do it. Like when I was like this. I'm sitting in the chair. I was like this. Wake up! Swear to God. And I was like this. I could, everything around me, I could feel it. I know it. And I am down under sleeping. It's a weird feeling the first time you do it. I'm trying to tell you something. And I only did it because I was up for 36 hours. No, I'm sorry. I was up for more than that. I was up for like 3 days, 72 hours. Because you know what that should do. And bruh, I knew that there's something new to this shit. I couldn't believe I did that. I was scared. I'm gonna keep it real. Anyone who says, first time you experience that, you think you died. Anyone who tells you otherwise is a lie and they ain't never do it. They ain't never do it. They're lying. Don't follow them. I'm trying to tell you something. It can be done. It's true. It's true. The in-between is weird, man. Have you ever heard if the brain knew it was a brain, it would self-destruct? How many of y'all heard that before? Have y'all heard that? Doesn't that sound crazy? Because you know you have a brain in there, right? You guys know there's a brain in there. So where is this information coming from? If the brain knew it was a brain, it would die. So wait a minute. Let's peel back them layers. I know I have a brain, but the brain doesn't know? Whoa. Wait. I thought I was controlling this. Let's talk about it. What do you mean? Why would the brain destroy itself? Is the brain separate from me? What is this? Y'all don't think like that when you hear information? Is there any validity to that? It doesn't make sense, right? Or when they put the brain and put all these wires to it, active brain, might I say, into a vat of water, the brain started showing activity like it created its own matrix and was living life and catching pain sensors like it stubbed its toe. Whoa. So what is our brain in now? Blood, water, floating around. So if a brain that was separate from a body was showing activity of it walking through a metaverse or a matrix, or whatever you want to deem it, how did it have activity as if it was walking into a real world scenario? Are we just a brain in a vat somewhere? I'm not trying to bug y'all out, but y'all should do some scientific research on that. Y'all should go down the rabbit holes and see what I'm saying has any type of validity. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Woo! Let me see if there's another video I want to show y'all real quick. I don't know how much. No, I showed that. Showed that.
I think fossil fuels are.
No.
It reaches into the.
Now, I'm gonna end with this.
It reaches into the society of dumb fucks. It puts out tests to find highly empathetic, highly anxious people who are all suffering in the dumb fuckery of normal life. And then it says, hey, Brett, we may have something that you guys are interested in. Would you like to come for an interview? And then during that interview, they'll ask you a few questions to basically confirm that you are not the same level of dumb fuck as everybody else. And then they'll put you through a psychological evaluation. And then after you've passed all of their batteries, then they will look at you and they'll be like, let me tell you the truth. Society has been conditioned to be a bunch of dumb fucks. And we need that because without the dumb fucks, we don't have a tax base. We don't have a predictable population that we know is going to show up at 60% turnout rate to vote for the president every 4 years. We would like for you to do this other job that is dangerous and high performing. The only people you're going to work with are other highly empathetic, high performers with anxiety like you. What CIA
Look at society, people. What are they doing to us? You guys know the Board of Education was instituted in the 70s. And tell me, have schools gotten better or worse? And then you answer that question, do a little bit of research, you'll understand the intention of the Board of Education. Go ahead, do some of these street interviews where you just hear common sense questions and they are oblivious to the reality of the truth. So think about how hard my job is when I am deemed by agencies to dumb down the level of intelligence to a society that doesn't know who the hell they are. Will it make me stop? No. It wouldn't, because honestly, I feel like the lover of wisdom and intelligence, those are easily able to sway or wake up. And the people that think they know too much are the hardest types of people to wake up because they're Satanists and they love themselves and they put themselves on a pedestal and the evil is winning. I love all of y'all, man. Drink my man milk. Drink my man's milk. But I love all of y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I will do another one tomorrow, probably around 1, 2 o'clock. I am going to make a video, though, that isn't going to be live, so y'all can deem it. I want to show y'all how we've gotten better with the professionalism of putting things together, editing, all that, where there's no ums and ms. I mean, yes, we have to use AI, but it is what it is. But I love y'all, man. Today, when y'all go out in this world, and for the 500-600 people that watch this video later, be a service. Do not be an individualist. Do not be a person who's in vain. Do not love yourself above others. Do not step over your neighbor. Do not have the perspective that is dog eat dog out here. And ascend, my brothers. Unite. We are one. Be a service. Help somebody that's outside yourself, because your life is not of your own. It never is and never was, but they want you to think that. I mean, let me tell you, religion is a primary pusher of that, whether you know or not. It's a personal